What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Beyond the Box Score. We're diving into week 8 of college football, and we have to start by looking back at what was an absolutely massive week for us. We went an incredible 9-3, pushing our season record to a very respectable 61-49. And because we took a few tough losses, we're adding another $5 to the giveaway fund, bringing that total up to $125 for one of you lucky viewers. Let's run through those 9 wins quickly. Liberty took care of business on the road, beating UTEP 19-8 in a game that was far more one-sided than the score suggests, outgaining the Miners 403-167 total yards. Then, Southern Miss survived a second-half scare to win 38-35 after being up 28-7 at halftime, just barely covering the 2.5-point spread. We hit a nice moneyline with Kansas State at plus 100, as they handled TCU 41-28, thanks in part to Avery Johnson and some crucial TCU turnovers. One of the wildest games of the week was Bowling Green's stunning comeback against Toledo, winning 28-23 as 9.5-point underdogs despite being outgained 429-226 in total yards. Wake Forest then decided to play the role of program wrecker, demolishing Oregon State 39-14 on the road and essentially getting their coach fired. Our BYU double dip was a success. We took them at minus 1.5 and the over 48.5 in their 33-27 double overtime thriller against Arizona, a game that featured a massive lightning delay that almost derailed everything. Army covered the 16.5-point spread in a 24-7 win over Charlotte, a game they should have won by even more. And Clemson easily handled Boston College 41-10, covering the 14.5 points in a game where they put up 504 total yards of offense. Now, for the painful part, the 3 losses. We technically had a push on East Carolina plus 7 in a 26-19 loss to Tulane, a game they scored a touchdown in with just 35 seconds left to ruin the cover but save us from a loss. Then came the real stinkers. Fresno State was a disaster, losing 49-21 to Colorado State despite outgaining them 469-334 in total yards, thanks to a brutal 4 turnovers. And finally, Florida State completely fell apart at home, losing 34-24 to a Pitt team starting a true freshman quarterback, getting outgained 476-415 and looking utterly lost. Now, let's get into the new picks for the upcoming week, starting with the Tuesday night action. First up, we have New Mexico State at Liberty. I'm rolling with Liberty minus 10.5 here. With their starting quarterback back, Liberty should dominate a New Mexico State team that ranks 122nd in offense and 107th in defense. The Aggies' only wins are against Sam Houston State, Tulsa, and an FCS school, and when they face decent competition, they get blown out. Liberty's defense is top 60, giving up just 351 yards per game, and at home, they should win this comfortably. Next, on Tuesday, we have FIU at Western Kentucky. The play here is the over, which is sitting at a surprisingly low number. Both of these defenses are among the worst in the country. FIU is giving up 420 yards and 32 points per game, and they just allowed 51 to UConn. Western Kentucky's offense is top 50, averaging 430 yards and 34 points per game, and they are 3-0 at home, scoring 31, 55, and 41 in those contests. I easily see both teams getting into the high 20s or 30s. Now, for the Saturday slate, we have a head-scratcher with Washington at Michigan. The Wolverines are only laying 5.5 points, which feels like a gift. Washington is 5-1, but their only real test was against Ohio State, where they only scored 6 points. Now they have to go into the Big House, one of the toughest environments in college football, to face a Michigan team that is a different beast at home. Michigan's playoff hopes are on the line, and I think they win this by double digits. Then, on Wednesday night, we have what might be the worst game of the entire season, UTEP at Sam Houston. Both teams are a combined 1-11, but I'm taking Sam Houston plus 2.5 at home. UTEP is a mess, with no quarterback and an offense that has scored just 19 points in its last 2 games. Sam Houston is winless but fought hard in a 29-27 loss to Jacksonville State last week and has not quit on their coach. This is their best chance for a win all year. Sticking with the Big Ten, we have Iowa at Penn State. The line is Iowa minus 3.5, and I love it. Penn State's season is in a tailspin. They've lost 3 straight, fired their coach, lost their starting quarterback for the year, and have seen recruits decommit. Meanwhile, Iowa is 4-2, just beat Wisconsin 37-0 on the road, and has a strong culture. I would not touch Penn State right now. Finally, we have Baylor at TCU. I'm taking Baylor plus 2.5 and the over 66. Baylor has the number 1 passing offense in the country, averaging 494 total yards per game, but their defense gives up 402. TCU just lost 41-28 to Kansas State and has been in shootouts all year, with game totals hitting 69, 56, 51, 59, 63, and 62 points. This has the makings of a track meet, and I think both teams can easily hit the 30s. That's all for this first look at Week 8. Stay tuned for Part 2, dropping Tuesday night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching Beyond the Box Score, and I'll catch you in the next one.